When you got to San Francisco, tell me what that felt like as a young Mexican kid who didn't speak the language, and you were crossing back to land that you always make sure to point out was taken from you, taken from us.
When I got here at the same time that West Side Story came in, which is like what's happening now with gangs, you know, the Sharks and the Jets and Maria. Mm-hmm. And so when I got here, it was a culture shock because all of a sudden everything on the radio was different than what I grew up. It was, instead of the blues and música tropical, it was like just the Beach Boys and this and that, you know, and I was like, well, where's the other music? And it took me a while to realize that, you know, America has a polarity of discrimination to this day. America's fragmented fear, high tech now, you know. We call it United States, you know, but we're not so united, as you can see by the riots every day, you know. But it's a lesson in progress. What can we all learn? You can put a big banner when everybody's protesting and play a certain kind of music, and even the police will take their helmets off and go, oh, dang, you know, because there is a way to touch people's hearts instead of instigating more violent fear.
When you arrived in San Francisco, you talk about it being smack in the middle of this revolution of consciousness. You talk about Bobby Kennedy and Dolores Huerta, and you talk about the civil rights era that was unfolding. When you talk about the times now of fear and discrimination, when you look back, you think much has changed since then?
Yes, but we have a long way to go, you know, because we still invest emotionally more in fear than love, you know. I get in trouble a lot, you know, because the things that I say are not politically correct.
But they're true?
But they're absolutely true. Patriotism is prehistoric.
What do you mean?
Patriotism is like us, and you're either with us or against us, and we're number one, and la 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 la, and then you put this border, and then you put this division or separation, you know. The only time I like flags is at the end of the Olympics when they all merge together and they look like a river of colors. It's the only time I like flags. The rest of the time, they get in the way with compassion, unity, embracing unity and harmony.
When Santana first came on the scene, there were no Mexicans at all to look up to, especially with a cool rock, you know, guitarist with all your blended tones and sounds. You were it. You know what it's like to be a dishwasher and a Mexican kid who's made it here. So when you see the discrimination and separateness surrounding immigration reform and kids who show up on the border trying to have a better life, what goes on in your mind, having the experience that you've had, to see how we treat Mexicans predominantly and Latinos still in this country?
It's just watching fear boil like hot water, you know.
But does it have particular resonance to you because you are that Mexican kid who made it?
Thank you for saying that. You know, I have been accused in a beautiful way that I am the dreams and aspirations of a lot of people. And I look at them and I say, sí se puede, like Dolores Huerta says. Sí se puede. Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta. It can be done, it will be done. You know, you're unstoppable. No person of any color can stop you, only your own doubts.
But why do you think, I mean, you're an archetype and, you know, your music, your band was multiracial, your music is multiracial, your whole message is we are oneness. And yet, Mexicans are still looked at as separate from America, even though we're the predominant emerging demographic in this country. So from your vantage point, all of your experience, why do you think that still is?
Fear. It's just love and fear.
How do we transcend that?
You transcend that by implementing They call it now upgrading. Upgrade the new national anthem, a new national anthem. Upgrade the Bible. You know, everything in the world is in the state that it is because of what we invest, what we think God wants and God is. Totally wrong. God is love, not Godzilla. There's a lot of Godzilla in the Bible. Update national anthem, the Bible, and the Constitution. All of them have played a role in creating war with humans against each other. Which is funny because the only thing that means anything in the Bible is when Jesus says, love one another the way I love you. Damn, that's powerful.
From the heavens, it's easy to tell. It's love from above that you saved me from hell. You fire and soul, it was easy to see.